Fate is a mysterious force. It can transform a person's life in an instant. No matter how difficult or hopeless things may seem, fate has the power to turn everything around when we least expect it. This is the story of a poor potter who worked tirelessly every day, shaping clay into pots and selling them to make a living. His only true companion was his loyal donkey. But one fateful day, a terrifying lion and a series of unexpected events changed his life forever. Let's hear his story. In a small village, there lived a poor potter named Jacob. His life revolved around his work and his faithful donkey, Benny. Every morning, wearing his old, tattered clothes, Jacob would take Benny and set off to make and sell clay pots. Though he had little money, Jacob was known for his honesty and hard work. Life was full of struggles, but he held on to one thing: hope. Benny was more than just a donkey, he was a friend. They understood each other without words. Whenever Jacob was feeling down, Benny always found a way to comfort him. The two were inseparable. One day, fear spread through the village. A man-eating lion had been spotted near the outskirts. This beast had already attacked several people, and the villagers were too afraid to leave their homes. Jacob was also scared, but he had no choice. If he didn't work, he and Benny would starve. The next morning, gathering every ounce of courage, Jacob took Benny and set off toward the city to sell his clay pots. The only route to the city passed through the forest, the very place where the lion had been seen. With every step, Jacob's heart pounded with fear, but hunger and responsibility outweighed his terror. After finally reaching the city, he sold all his pots and began his journey home. But by the time they reached the forest again, the sun had set, and darkness blanketed the land. The trees cast eerie shadows in the moonlight, and the silence of the forest made Jacob uneasy. Even Benny sensed something was wrong. He became restless, pulling at his reins and making nervous sounds as if he could feel danger approaching. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from the bushes. Jacob's heart pounded in his chest. Benny neighed loudly in alarm. And then, it happened. A huge lion stepped out of the bushes, its piercing eyes glowing in the dark. Jacob froze as fear gripped his entire body. The lion let out a thunderous roar and slowly crept toward them. Just as it was about to pounce, Benny did something incredible. With all his strength, he kicked the lion hard with his hind legs. The beast stumbled back in shock but was not ready to give up. It growled and lunged again. But Benny, determined to protect his master, kicked and dodged with all his might. The fierce battle continued. Each time the lion attacked, Benny fought back. After what felt like an eternity, the lion finally gave up. Letting out an angry roar, it turned and disappeared into the jungle. Jacob, who had been too stunned to move, finally let out a deep breath. Overwhelmed with gratitude, he hugged Benny tightly, realizing his loyal donkey had just saved his life. When they returned to the village, Jacob shared the incredible story. The villagers were amazed and couldn't stop praising Benny's bravery and Jacob's courage. From that day on, Jacob was no longer just a poor potter. His story spread far and wide. People from different towns came to buy his pots, and his days of struggle were over. Fate had changed his life forever, all because of the brave heart of his donkey. This story reminds us that life is unpredictable. Challenges often arise when we least expect them, but in those moments, true strength and courage are revealed. Just like Jacob and Benny, if we face our fears with determination and refuse to give up, even the toughest situations can turn in our favor. Sometimes, the very obstacles that seem to block our path are the ones that lead us to success. Believe in yourself, stay strong, and remember, fate favors the brave. So, friends, how did you like this inspiring story? Let us know in the comments. And for more heart-touching tales, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.